Hello, Potato. Today, I'm going to continue working on preparing to set up my summer LEGO displays, specifically the camping display, by putting together kit 60283, the Holiday Camper Van, which is kind of an interesting name. Usually in the US, we don't use the term holiday to mean vacation. And I know I've seen kits before where, like, the European releases of the same kit will have a different name. For example, last year's Winter Village set, the American version I think called it Holiday Main Street, and I saw on the UK site they called it like Holiday High Street, which of course is a term we don't really use here in the US, even though it is kind of interchangeable with Main Street. So I wonder if this was maybe supposed to be like vacation camper van or something, but I guess we will probably never know. Now you may be wondering, why do I have kit 60182, the pickup and caravan from 2017, sitting out here? And of course, if you do know why it's here, then you know. But it's not like last time when I did the Sunshine Surfer and the Beach Camper, where they clearly were, if not one inspired by the other, inspired by the same thing. That's not the situation here. It's something else, something a little bit deeper. And if you know what it is, you know what it is. And if not, remind me later. We'll go over it at the end. There is a reason I have this old kit from 2017 sitting here. Aside from the fact that they're both camping kits and do have some similarities. For example, the chairs here, they do have chairs similar to that come out of this kit. Those chairs do come out, so there's a table to kind of form that sort of a setup. This kit did come with one of these little propane camper stoves. It's not lost per se, but I didn't dig it out of the storage when I got this out. And they both come with a camera. She has a camera, they have a camera. But there's another big similarity or connection that we will go over after I have finished building. That's only 190 pieces. It's a pretty small set. It's part of the City series, as is this one here. But this one's, of course, much smaller. But again, the similarities, we're going to have that door that swings out that way. Oh, I didn't even realize that. We do have another similarity. We have up here a kind of a sleeping area, and we do have that over here as well. So there are some other similarities, but that's again, it's not the reason I brought this out a little bit ahead of the rest of the camping display. So oddly, for being such a small set, it's not a thumb punch box. We actually need to cut this one open. I'm assuming this one is not going to have a brick separator in it. I mean, sub 200 pieces. I mean, we've had one recently, I think it had like 500 pieces that had one of these in it. But I gotta feel like sub 200, we're not going to see that here. We do see, though, is the baby figure. We don't get a lot of baby figs. I remember when those were that was like the big deal, like they had the first baby fig, and now baby figs are kind of all over the place. I mean, the most interesting one being the Space Baby from the, second to most recent collectible minifigure blind bag series. So this kit's not actually a new release. This is part of the backlog I have built up since I last put the camping display up back in 2019. This kit was originally released actually back in 2021, so I think it may already actually be retired. If you don't have one already, it may be hard to find one of these on the primary sale market. But yeah, I've had this one sitting around for a little while. I've been, just because I haven't set the summer holiday display up in a long while doesn't mean I haven't been buying kits for it. What do we have? We have coupons in here for Legoland. I'm guessing they're probably expired. And oh no, expires at the end of this year. So these are still good. I guess you could use that code there. If you want to, go ahead and do it, because I don't see myself going to Legoland. I kind of want to. Well, I kind of expected that. Stickers. It's a small set. It's got decoration on it. Stickers were kind of a given. Just a couple. So we'll have a couple on the sides, one on the front, and then the license plate, which is very similar to our 2017 friend here anyways. Oh, that didn't fit in the bag. think, was 2021, were they still doing the separators and everything? I don't know, but it looks like we don't have one in this. But I'm kind of surprised it is not a thumb punch box. We actually had to cut that one open for such a small set. I kind of expected a thumb punch. We just have 2 sections of instruction though, so it's not small enough to get away from that. And our stickers. And it's got the QR code. It's not so old as it doesn't have that on it, so you can follow along at home if you want to for some reason. It's instructions plus. I have no idea what that means. But that's not a logo I see on the more recent releases, so maybe that's something special, or maybe something discontinued that doesn't do anything anymore anyway. Do we have... what's it? Instructions plus. Get your instructions plus. That's really helpful. There is not. That's all there is to that. Just scan the code on the front cover, get instructions plus. I guess because you can like maybe rotate and look at it from all sides. What we don't have though is we don't have the little thing about some of your stuff may be paper and some in plastic. So maybe they weren't doing that as long as I thought they were. I thought they'd been doing that for quite some time, but maybe I'm wrong. How many steps we're looking at here? Looks like 81? 82 steps to put together our little van. 190 pieces. I'm not expecting this to take very long. I'm not expecting it to be very complicated. I'm not expecting too many fiddly bits. I mean, there's some. We have like the little coffee maker and stuff there. But it's not like some things we've done. Like, there were a fair number of fiddly bits in the Star Wars diorama. There were a fair number of fiddly bits in the Indiana Jones diorama. I don't think there's going to be too many little fiddly bits in this. Some lights and stuff, but nothing terribly complex. And you fell over again, kid. Stand up. Stand up for yourself, man. All right, so yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this going in, getting it started, so I guess we should just jump ahead into the fast forward. And we are back to regular speed. That's kit 60283, the LEGO City Holiday Camper Van, all built and complete. So yeah, we now have another little camper RV sort of a thing to go into the camping display. And it does have some similarities to our bigger, older brother here, in that they both did come with one of these types of cookers. All this one also came with a croissant. They both have the removable top there where the bed is. The bed's a little better defined in this one. There's actually like raised up pillows there. Plus, it actually connects to the inside of the trailer. This one does not, although I think this is probably meant for the baby to sleep in. I'm not 100% sure there, but that's my guess. These pieces are actually interchangeable now that I look at them. Let's see what else do I have. What's the license plate on this? Because I noticed that the, nope, licenses are different. The license on the newer set is AH60283. If you know what that means, let me know. Oh, well, 60283 would be the kit number there, wouldn't it? Was that the kit number for this one? 60182? I don't remember. Is that what I said the kit number was for that one? I don't remember, but it sounds logical. And one neat thing, this does have a trailer hitch on the back, so this doesn't come with anything to tow on it. If, say, you have something already or you make something, like I do have another one of the kits in the camping set came with a boat on a trailer. And so I could theoretically just hook it up to this. Also, if you look, the Big Red Truck here also has a similar trailer on it, but this one is actually made to go with this. But it's nice that it does give you these options for, more creative play, meshing your kits together. Now, have you figured out, if you didn't already know, have you figured out why I have put this older kit here out? Well, it might be easier to tell if I take the little baby thing off of Dad here, and maybe take the net off of the boy here. And do you see it now? Now, sure, it's entirely possible that they've just reused the same printing and given them both the same body. Or, and now hear me out, maybe this is this figure all grown up. I've heard people suggest that this is the same character all grown up, which means that he's somehow camping with his younger self in the sense of how I'm going to set the display up, but it means that he did keep his love of camping as he grew older, and presumably his parents passed away. Now, it is interesting that his camper is so much smaller than his parents, and that one can assume safely, I think, that he is a Generation Z character, and therefore clearly is never going to have access to the level of money that his parents did. So while he still loves camping, he can't afford the big fancy trailer with all of its big fancy doodads. So he has the much smaller trailer. Well, not a trailer, just a camper with two little seats, which is awkward for, you have a child. But I guess when Junior here gets older, they'll just strap him to the roof or something. And we still have, we have a little coffee maker still. We have one over here. We have one back here. It has a soda lid on it, but it's a clear glass bottle. So I don't know what's going on there. And we have the option. You can have a donut, you can have a strawberry, or you can just fry yourself up an egg, or have a croissant, which I should probably figure out how to put on the table too. Now, of course, again, these both have removable chairs and table that can come out and be set up outside. But similarity-wise, they're both campers of a sort. But that is why I have our older 2017 kit out here, is because they do have the same body piece. Again, that could just be Lego recycling it, or I think much more fun, because Lego does do things like that. It could be a reference back to that older kit, and this could just be him all grown up. For the purposes of my display, they probably are total strangers, but for the purposes of the creation from Lego, I like to think that this is him just all grown up. So overall, yeah, easy build, only a few stickers. That one may be a little off center, unfortunately. Maybe I'll try to fix that. Much smaller build, very easy. I mean, it took me maybe about a half an hour to put together. Very simple. No particularly interesting or unique building techniques, there's the word, techniques. No particularly interesting or unique building techniques here indeed. We have literally the same technique as we have on a kit from 3 years earlier, 4 years earlier. This is 21, this is 17, so 4 years earlier. And this is honestly, this is the technique I've seen, I think, since I was a kid. I think I was a little kid. I had an ambulance that had a door that swung open like that. And of course your classic Lego car doors here. Yeah, nothing much unique to say about the kit. I think it's just interesting that we do have what at least appears to be a grown-up version of him. I mean, the faces do look somewhat similar. Now, Dad here only comes with one face. I think because we have the stubble and the hair. No, the hair would have covered the stubble up pretty nicely. They could have put a second face on there. They just didn't. Because Mom here got a second face. Mom's got her happy face, and this is undoubtedly her trying to take a picture face, so she's closed her eyes when the camera's going off. But that, maybe that's her sleeping face. Maybe that's her when she's asleep, and he never sleeps because he has to stay awake and watch for bears. And then we have the little baby figure. I think this will be the first baby figure in the camping. And there's a baby figure or two in my carnival display, but I don't think there's any so far in the camping display. So that'll be new. But let's put you back on rather than let you just rattle around on the ground in your carrier. There we go. And there we go. So yeah, I don't know if this kit's discontinued or not, but I would imagine it wouldn't be too hard to find at a decent price still on Amazon if you wanted it and hadn't been previously aware of it and you yourself want to build your own little camping Lego display. But that is 2 new camping ones so far for this year. I think I've got 1 or 2 more. I have to find where they're stored. I do have some carnival stuff too, so we're gonna have to switch off and build some of those in the coming weeks as well. And then next month, June, I think we'll start setting up the camping and carnival displays for the first time in the 2020s. But that's about all I have to say about this. It's a fun little build. It's for ages 5 and up. It's not complex, like, at all. Easy enough. Just a nice little way to kill, half hour or so of time, possibly even faster. You just don't want to stand. I mean, I know it's the tablecloth, but they just don't want to stand up. There we go. What was I saying? I don't remember. I guess it doesn't matter. But it's a nice little way to kill like half hour time putting it together. And it's, if you're a camping enthusiast or you have a kid who's a camping enthusiast, it might just be a fun little thing for them as well. But with that, I suppose we should wrap this video up. I hope you found it at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.